We're going to be starting in on page Word 30 now, and this is using the Office Clipboard. The Office Clipboard allows you to collect text and graphics from files created in any Office program and inserts them into your Word documents. It can hold up to 24 items, and unlike the System Clipboard, the items in the Office Clipboard can be viewed. And to display the Office Clipboard, all you simply do is click on the launcher in the Clipboard group on the Home tab. You add items to the Office Clipboard using your cut and copy commands. The last item you collect is always added to both the System and the Office Clipboard. So let's take a look at this right now. If we click on the Launcher button here in the Clipboard group, and here's the Clipboard group right here, and if we click on the Launcher there, that's step 1. And notice that when you click on that, it opens up the Clipboard task pane, and that's what this is. It's a task pane. And right now it contains the Wonderlust luncheon item you copied in the last section. Now you can set the Office Clipboard to automatically open when you cut or copy 2 items consecutively by clicking on this Options button down here, and you can have it to show automatically on there, and that's where you see where it says Show Office Clipboard Automatically. If you like that feature, you can use that. You can click on that, and whenever you cut or copy 2 things consecutively or back to back, it will automatically open up. In step 2, it tells us on here we're going to select the entire sentence, the San Diego Union Tribune travel editor, including the space after the period. So we're going to click on here, it's in the last paragraph, and where it says San Diego Union Tribune travel editor Grant Hatton to introduce the speaker. And we're going to have the period on that, including that space right after it. So you have to get right there in between the A and that little period there and select that sentence. Once you have that, what we're going to do is right click in this area here. So in the selected text, right click, and notice that this is the shortcut menu, and we're going to click on Cut. And notice that that sentence has been moved over here to our clipboard. And also it tells you down there at the bottom, it just disappeared, that there are 2 of 24 clipboard items. Remember that when the clipboard gets full, the oldest item will be automatically removed off of there for you. So you only can hold 24 items. Now the next thing we're going to do is on step 3, and it tells us that we're then going to select the sentence, a detailed schedule is, on there. So we're going to remove out this one right here, and we're going to select the paragraph mark afterwards. So we're selecting this entire sentence, right clicking on it, and we're going to cut it as well. And notice that there it says 3 of 24 clipboard item collected. And so notice that you don't have to always paste something directly after you copy it or you cut it on there, because it does go to the clipboard, and you can use this clipboard to paste them wherever you want to at. Now the next thing that we're going to do is on step 4, and it tells us that we're going to place the insertion point at the end of the second paragraph after the word quarter. So here we go, we have gas lamp quarter. Right here's our second paragraph, and it tells us that we're going to be placing that after the period on there, between the period and the paragraph mark. And what we're going to do is we're going to click the San Diego Union Tribune sentence that's right here. We're going to click on this item. And notice when we click on it, it inserts that paragraph for us. We don't have to go and click on paste, because when you have the clipboard open, whenever you click on that sentence, that will actually paste it in there for you. But notice that just because we pasted it, it didn't delete it off the clipboard. So that can be pasted again. And of course, clicking on item there, of course, as we said, will paste the item into the document at the location of the insertion point. And that item will remain on the Office Clipboard until you either delete them or close all the open Office programs. And in addition, if you add that 25th item, the first item is going to be deleted. Step 5 tells us we're going to place the insertion point at the end of the third paragraph. So here we go, and after this name here, we're going to place the insertion point right here, and it tells us that after the period, then we're going to click on the a detailed schedule is. We're going to click on this sentence right here, and when we click on that, notice that the paragraph is now has been cut into the that we cut is now into the document. Step 6 tells us that we're going to select the fourth paragraph, which begins, "This is the first event." So we're going to select this entire paragraph right here, and that includes the paragraph mark afterwards. So we select this entire paragraph, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut this. So we right click and cut. So now the paragraph that has been cut has now been moved over to the clipboard. On step 7, we're going to place the insertion point at the beginning of the third paragraph, right before it says "our speaker." And we're going to right click on this, and we're going to click on paste. Now when we paste this, generally that is what's going to happen, is that it's going to paste it right where the insertion point is at on there. And the sentences from "this is the first paragraph" are pasted at the beginning of the "our speaker" list. Now you can paste the last item collected using either the paste command, or you can actually click on it on here and that will paste it. Either way, it'll paste that. Step 8 tells us that we're going to place the insertion point at the end of the third paragraph. So really all this is kind of the end of the third paragraph here. And it tells us we're going to press our delete key twice. So we go, this is after the questspecialtytravel.com. We press our delete key twice, and notice that that just makes this look a little bit neater. It gets rid of those extra spaces. Now one other thing, if you'll notice that even though that we had pressed enter here, it was not a double space. That is okay right now. We're going to leave that as is, because this should look roughly like figure B6 on page Word 31. On step 9, we're going to click on the Show Hide button, and that's going to remove our formatting marks. And now you're going to compare your release to what is on page 31, figure B6. And note that many Word users prefer to work with formatting marks on all the time. You may prefer this, you may not, but you can experiment to see which one you like the best. Now a quick tip a little bit earlier on that, you could actually click on the Paste All button on the Clipboard task pane to paste all the collected items at the insertion point. So if I was at any insertion point, and if I just click on Paste All 4 of these items is going to be pasted. So you want to use that sparingly. But if you're kind of grabbing a sentence here, grabbing a sentence there, feel free to use that if you want to put that as your paragraph. On step 10, where it tells us that we're going to click the Clear All button on the Clipboard task pane to remove the items from the Office Clipboard. Notice that when we click on that, all the items have now been removed from the clipboard. Now they're not removed from the document, they're just removed from the clipboard. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and press our Close button here. There's a little X there, you're going to press that Close button. And then we're going to press the keyboard shortcut of Control and Home key, and that takes us back up to the top of the document. Now you can delete individual items from the Office Clipboard by using the little side arrow next to the information that you have copied there or cut there. Now if you're wanting to copy and move items between documents, this is really why the Office Clipboard is there, because you can use that to copy and move items between different Word documents. To cut or copy items from one document into another, you first of all have to open up both documents and the Clipboard task pane in the program window, and that allows you to move items from one document to the next, and that's a very handy use on there for you. So if you have a couple of different assignments and you need to copy something from that, you can do that without having to retype it. That concludes page Word 30 using the Office Clipboard. During the next video, we'll be flipping over to the next page of Word 32, Finding and Replacing Text.